this. Okay. Once again, my software randomly decided to go to default, which is nothing, apparently, instead of going to my microphone. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know. I swear, it's like I had a Windows update, and so I restarted my system. This is like an hour before the stream or something. So I updated my system, and apparently, when I reboot, my streaming software decides, oh yeah, by the way, I don't remember what you were using for audio, even though I did no changes to the streaming software itself. So okay, I do not use defaults. I use like I specify my microphone, but anyway, whatever. Okay, so let me see if I can. I've only played a couple of times, couple of streams, so it's not a huge amount, I don't think overall. Let me try to see if I can summarize. Not get into a lot of the particulars. If something comes up as I play tonight, I can obviously fill you in if I've not already covered it. But effectively, we play a priest. Um, well, let me first start with the previous game, was just called the Whisperer. Okay, like the one who whispers, the Whisperer, right? And it was basically a story of love and betrayal, or not betrayal, but of unrequited love and jealousy, I guess is really what it was. So there was a guy who was working for like a fur trapping company or something up in Ontario. Or was it Ontario? No, no, no. In Quebec, actually, in Quebec. Anyway, and he got a letter from a girl that he, like our character, the protagonist, got a letter from a woman that we were pining for, right? We really wanted to be with her. And she said, please stop contacting me. I've already explained I'm already gonna be marrying this other guy. Please don't keep pursuing me. It's not gonna work out. Well, because we were, you know, really in love with her, I guess, or something. Anyway, so we went around it point and click doing different things, looking for clues and things. But effectively, it turned out that we, the protagonist, ended up killing um our brother because the woman that we loved decided she would be with our brother. So we ended up killing our own brother. I mean, not in the game, but like, we, by doing the point and click and putting the clues together, we're basically reminding ourselves of what our character has already supposedly done in the past. So our character's already, by the time we start the game, our character's already killed our own brother in jealousy because he took the woman that we wanted or whatever. But the game itself is we're clicking clues and things and figuring things out, and then we learn the big picture that we were the ones who were the killers. Okay, so this is the follow-up to that. This is called the Whispering Valley, and there is a connection to that first game. I thought there might be, and then it did not look like there was, but it does turn out there is a little bit of a connection. So we don't know all the details yet. We're not done with the game, obviously, so we don't know everything yet. But we, in this game, as the protagonist, we are a priest over a parish. And the neighboring parish is where this game is set. We get a letter from our friend, another priest in that neighboring parish, saying, don't come here. It's bad news. In fact, actually, even with the volume down, we'll load the game and I'll read the letter to you really fast from him. Some of it. I might not read the whole thing. It's not super long, but I mean, I'm trying to summarize here, so I don't need to go into super high amounts of detail. Okay. So notes. Yeah, Brother Leveille is our friend. Okay. So He says, my dearest friend, I have little time left to live. The fault I've committed is so horrible that I only deserve death. The fault I've committed, we have no idea what that is yet. And I condemned my parishioners to the same fate. I've always had the firm conviction I was guided by the hand of God. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Tell your parishioners, and this is the location where we are now, tell your parishioners to avoid Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. Don't set foot there again. No longer hunt in the surrounding woods. Let nature take over our village. It will be better that way. Pray for us poor sinners now and at the hour of our death. Goodbye, Emilien Leveille. Okay, so that was from that fellow parishioner of ours, okay? So, at the very beginning of the game, we're at our place in our neighboring parish. We get the letter, so we go out the door and we get this carriage ride to this what was it? I don't remember. What do you say? Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. Okay? This town, Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. And when we finally arrive, we talked to the carriage driver and he said, I think I heard something or saw something back in the woods there. I'm freaked out. I'm not going to stay. Take care of yourself, Father. Go into town, find some shelter and stay there for the night. I'm going to leave. I'm not staying around. So you need to go because I'm getting out of here. He was really like nervous. So anyway, we come into town. We first meet a doctor who says that he's heard whispers and it won't be long for him now before his time comes. Anyway, so we proceed into the village and we contact different people. And there are multiple things going on. But the overarching thing is that people hear whispers. Some people, not everybody I think has heard them yet, but some people start hearing whispers. And once they hear whispers, it's not very long and then they will eventually take their own lives, basically. I don't know if the whispers drive them mad or if it's some force is compelling them against their will. I'm not sure. I think they just get driven mad. So not long after we finished talking with the doctor, we went into the village, we started doing some stuff. Not too long into that, there was a gunshot suddenly. And so I went, because I heard the gunshot, so I went back to the doctor's place. The doctor had self-unalived. And his dog was scratching at the door because his dog obviously just lost his master. So go back into town, and after a little bit more stuff, heard like a kind of like a growling noise or something back down over by the doctor's. So went over there, did not hear the growling anymore. Went over to the doctor's place. The dog was gone. The doctor's body was gone, and there was a blood trail with like stuff, like blood kind of dragged off into the distance. We go there's a stone where the blood kind of stops, and there was a key there. That key led us into the doctor's place, and so we could go around and look inside his place and get some information and stuff. Anyway, so that's the doctors. As far as we know, that's kind of the doctor's thing. And the doctor also had, I think, taken some degree of confidence. Like, basically, there's a girl named Robertine. I think a teenager, possibly a young adult woman, who was in love with a guy named Andre. But there was a store owner named Joseph Prudhomme, considerably older than she is, who decided that she was to be his, not Andre's. And so he had this jealousy thing going on. So anyway, so Robertine had confided in the doctor some. That's kind of how he ties into it, plus also being in the village. Anyway, and then Joseph Prudhomme, the general store owner, wanted to collect rent from the guy across the street. We did that. Well, what we could of that. The guy basically took off and said, screw you, I'm not paying you anything. I've left town. I hear the whispers too. Maybe if I can get far enough away, I'll be okay. Hopefully, at least. So he fled town. Joseph Prudhomme was sour about that. Like, fine, he didn't give me anything, whatever. We did further investigation, found out what was going on with Prudhomme and his lust, basically, for Robertine. Talked to Robertine's mother. She put some of that information together for us in a conversation, and she said she's not seen Robertine for some time. So please, can you go find my daughter? She said, and here's where the screen we're on right now is a sawmill. She said, so the town is this way. Through this door goes back to the town. This way, out this far side, is how we proceed on to where supposedly Robertine went. Well, that's yeah. Anyway, so we've done some looking around, right? A lot of people, anyway, not long or yeah, not very long before the night finished. So maybe only a few hours before the night was over. Because we arrived at night first, and that was the first part of the game. So not only a few hours before the night ended, Joseph Prudhomme took his own self as well. So when we got up there, there was a noose and everything. Anyway, and so it's I'm not sure exactly what is causing the whispers. In some ways it feels like somebody does something just very dark and disturbing, and they'll start hearing the whispers, like they do something horrific and they start hearing the whispers. But that doesn't seem to always be true, because there are some characters like Robertine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what she's done, but I wouldn't imagine she did anything too terrible. She just wanted to be with Andre, and she told Joseph no. Joseph Prudhomme, the general store owner, she said no to him. As far as we know, that's all she's done, right? As far as like good or bad or whatever. And she's a letter she had, I think she said she started hearing the whispers also. So I think it's just being in now. I think it's just being in the town for long enough, you start hearing the whispers, and it's a problem. So anyway, so we've done a bunch of wandering around town and stuff. So we're supposed to talk to Robertine's talk to Robertine's mom once we have more information about Robertine. So let me go ahead and turn the volume up now, since I've done the summary. Okay. Turn it in my headphones down a little bit, leave it out higher so you can get background sound. Okay. So, and this is a point and click, so I don't just WASD. I mean, technically, Darkness Within 2 was also point and click, and you did use WASD, but this is a normal point and click, so I click to go forward. Anyway, so we go out here, right? It's daytime now. We proceed on. And well, I'll tell you in a minute here. Actually, I'll wait before I say something. It'll make less sense unless I explain it once we see it. Yeah, point and clicks are cool. And this is a horror point and click. So it's got like, well, for example, hearing the gunshot in the distance, I clicked, like I was going around town, and at one point I clicked to move to the next section of the road, and then like as soon as I clicked there was the gunshot. It actually startled me. I was like, wow, there's a gunshot. What? So same thing kind of with a growl and everything. So okay, so this is an oak tree, or not an oak tree, what did she say? Anyway, this is a tree. It's what is this, a maple? No. Oh, birch. This is like, no, it's not birch. I don't know. Anyway, this tree is where Robertine's mother said we would find her. Oh, there's something up there? There's like this burst thing happening. What is that? Am I supposed to know what that is? I have no idea what that is. Maybe that's saying that this is the spot. I don't know. Anyway, so we are going to find Robertine. Well, here we found all this blood and this, like, I think that's supposed to be like a tiny scabbard for a really small knife or something. And we found a note. And if we progress farther here, There's a hat and a whole bunch of blood. A lot of blood. Now, this is where it gets interesting as far as the connection to the previous game. This right here, in this game, we cannot proceed here. In the last game, this was the cave entrance we used. We went in this cave in the previous game. And progressed through some tunnels and stuff to eventually get to a particular cavern that we found. And then if we go over here, this here was kind of like a mercantile office for the trapper station in the previous game. It's obviously much more decayed and fallen apart now. But I mean, this literally, this was the counter where you did the transactions. There was a ladder here, and up here there were crates and things. And over here, there's a table in the corner over here, right here. All this stuff. This is all from the before. Now this guy here is a hunter who was killed, and he's not from the past, of course. So I think what's happened is, I'm not positive, but I think the connection is not just the location, but I think what's happened is the curse of this brother killing his own brother here eventually, or the act of that, eventually left a curse on this whole valley. And so people start hearing the whispers and eventually go insane, and then they get dragged off. Now, if we progress over here, yeah, so this was the actual cabin where they had their home before. We need to get in there, by the way. Need to find, I think it's paper. There's another, not here, but there's another building in the village where we can boil an onion and do like stuff in a sprayer, and it's going to make the bird say yuck, and then we can go in. We don't want to grab her egg, but there's something shiny in there we want to grab. Anyway, yeah, all of this though. Like this was a bed where apparently the deed offing our own brother had happened. So like all of this stuff. This is all just ruins of what you had in the first game. So it's an interesting connection that way. Anyway, go over here. Now somewhere around here there's going to be a moose. We don't really want to... Or elk. Not sure. I think it's an elk actually. Don't really want to mess with the elk. But we go down this way. I don't even know if you can interact with the elk, but I don't like staying around just in case. So there's a tree here. I'm assuming we tie a rope at some point. We find one and then tie it to the tree. Anyway, down here is a hole that goes down to what looks like a cavern. In the last game, going through that cave entrance that I showed you before, you eventually winding around through some caverns and stuff, you eventually end up, or through some tunnels, you end up in this large cavern that has a hole in the roof. And there were tons of bones inside that cavern. So take the whole idea that there were a whole mess of bones there. Okay. So basically a lot of people killed there, right? Take that idea and then combine it with the fact that we have a hat and a whole bunch of blood. Yeah, human bones. That's right. Human bones. That's right. Yep. And that was in the last game. We went in there and there were a whole bunch of human bones already. Okay, so now combine that with there's a hat and a whole bunch of blood by the cave entrance, as if maybe somebody were dragged over to the cave entrance after they died right here. The doctor, after we heard the gunshot, after we heard the growl, so he was already dead, and we heard the growl, we went back. The dog and the doctor were both gone, and there was like dragged off markings and stuff. So I'm thinking whatever creature lives down in that cavern has been responsible for dragging people off and eating them, I think. We'll find out how accurate that is. Anyway, so this is where I want to show you that. So that's kind of the tie to the earlier game. This is, I assume this is like decades later or something. They created a settlement. Initially, it was just an outpost with fur trappers, and now it's a settlement. Yeah, I actually can't. I tried, and I can't actually go in the hole. I think I need to connect the rope, and then it will probably let me click on the rope and then descend into the cavern. I do think we need to go down there at some point. Probably. I just don't know when. Anyway, so I think that's kind of what's going on here. So this is the sad ending to Robertine, the daughter who had two guys pining over her and whose mother was worried about her. Unfortunately, here's her suicide note. It's written in fresh blood, too. At the gates of hell, I will comfort myself knowing that you are with Daddy in heaven. Forgive me, René. Now, she says at the gates of hell. I think that's because taking your own life is based on from the Catholic Church, which is probably what the religion would have been among these people, or Protestantism. Either way, it depends on which Protestant religion. But for several of them, it's considered an unpardonable sin if you self unalive. So I feel like that's probably what she's talking about. So you're kind of caught up now. So that's kind of what's going on. So we need several things if we're going to progress. We need probably a rope to go down in the cavern. Okay. There's that bird in that stove over there that hasn't been used in forever. Bird has its nest there. There's something shiny there we need to get. To get that, we have this. I don't know if it's in the notes here. Oh yeah, tip against crows. Here we go. So we need. Okay. I'll just read it, I guess. Dear Leonidas, your story is very funny. This is not the first time I've heard of a bird behaving like this. Crows are particularly territorial. If one attacks you, its nest is probably nearby. I have a trick to get rid of it, though. Boil an onion in a saucepan. Put the mixture in a sprayer. Spray the bird with it. I assure you that it will leave you alone afterwards. Your friend, Adrien. Okay, so we have an onion in a saucepan that we have to boil. Okay, so back, not here, but back all the way over at the village, so not the outpost area, but the village area, there's a place where there is a stove. There's already a pot of water. So we had found an onion, so we put the onion in the pot of water, but we need now to start the fire, we needed wood and paper to put, as the fuel for the stove to start the fire for boiling the water. I found the wood was in the sawmill, or it's not a sawmill, in the, in the water mill. Found wood there. But I have not yet found paper we need. So we need to find paper, and then we can boil that water. Yeah, I don't think we don't want her egg. We just found there's something shiny in her nest, or next to her nest. But she obviously is protecting her babies. So we need to get her annoyed enough that she'll leave temporarily. We'll really quickly knife the shiny thing, and then we'll leave. We don't need to bother her again. When she stops smelling bad and decides to return to her nest, then she'll be fine. We don't even need to spray her nest. We're just spraying her, I think. Anyway, so we need paper so we can light the fire to make the repellent for the crow. Okay, we probably need a rope. There are some other things, too, back in town that we cannot do that we need as well. Where is her nest? So in that second of those two ruined buildings that I showed you, there's a stove with an open door. She's sitting there on the front of the entrance to the stove. So there's the burner on top where you might cook something normally. We're not going to there, but where you would cook something. And then there's the stove where you put the wood and the fuel in. She's got her nest. Okay. There are two stoves, so that's probably where you're getting confused. Let me really quickly go back, just to make sure that I clarify for you. Okay. here. Here's the crow right here. Right? So you would normally cook something on top of the stove here. You put the fuel in there normally. She's protecting her nest, but there's something shiny in there we want to get. So we're trying to get rid of her so that we can grab the shiny thing. Follow me so far? So if you're following that, yeah, wood burning stove. That's right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, wood burning stove. Well, this is like 18, maybe 1850 or something. So this is before they had electric stoves or anything. Yep. So that might help also if you know the setting. This is like the mid 1800s. Ah, yeah. Yep. So you saw how that was laid out, right? So there's where you would normally put the fuel is where she's got her nest and she's there guarding her babies. And there's something shiny in there we want. Okay. But our recipe is to boil an onion. So how do we do that? Well, if we go back to town, there's a different stove, also wood burning stove, that we can use. It has a pot of water already on it. And we put an onion in the pot of water already. Okay. And for the fuel, we put wood in there. We just need paper so that we can get the flame to last long, like to burn long enough that it will catch the wood on fire. You know, you don't take a match and go directly to a log. That's going to be very unsuccessful, right? But if you have little shreds of, like if you have sawdust, or if you have like little split off little shreds of wood, or if you have paper or something like that, that will catch fire decently well, and then you'll be able to get a fire started, and then you just have enough of that that the fire will continue to burn long enough to catch the logs on fire, right? It is not there. This is where Robertine's mom is. We cannot talk to Robertine's mom yet, I think, because I think we need evidence of what happened to Robertine. We saw the note, the suicide note, but that does not mean that that's evidence. Because somebody could, you know, there are people who write goodbye notes before they think about self-offing, who then later change their minds and they don't actually off themselves, right? So, yeah, so that's another thing we at some point will want. There's a crank that needs to go to the well. Like it's missing a crank. So we could potentially go in the well there. Robertine's mom's there. We're not ready to tell her yet. This is boarded up. So maybe we find a hammer or a pry bar at some point and we can remove the boards. I'm not totally sure. But for now, this is completely off limits. We cannot enter there. And we also, the point and click aspect does not let us go look in the yard on the other side over here. All right, anyway, over here, yeah, is this one or the next one? I think this one's the one that had the spindle. So this one, I believe, has a spindle, which let us, in the past, allowed us to take some, we found some shears, we got some sheep's wool, and then we spun it into a thread, which we hooked, or which we tied to a fish hook, and then we were able to grab something that was in a crack. Yeah, this is the spindle. We cannot use this stove. This stove is not one the game is going to have us use. So we don't need anything from that place. That was where the spindle had been. I think we're probably done with that house, with that building for the rest of the game. I think. You never know. Maybe something else will show up there, but for now. Okay, if we go over here, this I think is locked still, right? Oh no, we did no that this is the hunter that we found dead in that one building, right? That was ruined from the previous game. That dead body. This is his place. The hunter's shack. Okay. So if we go over here, still cannot use this either, though. We found, I think the letter about the repellent was like on here or over here. One of those. Anyway, but we cannot use the stove either. The stove we want, I'm kind of giving you a mini tour as we go along too, so you can be acquainted with things, since you're kind of playing catch up a little bit. I'm not wasting too much time anyway, because I'm also reminding myself, is there anything else in this building that I might have wanted to do? So if we proceed over this way on this little small path, not very well defined, but still definitely a path of some kind. Over here, there are the fish hooks. We got a fish hook from here. This far side is that building that's all boarded up that I was talking about. There's, as far as I can see though, there's no way to get over to that yard that's by the building. The game doesn't, if you point at it, the game just doesn't give you the option to proceed that way. So, which is fine, but I'm just kind of showing you. So that's the other side of that. What we want, I believe, if I remember right, I think it's in the store here. I think so. So this is the, or not the store, the hotel or inn. I guess is more like an inn in the town. Like a lodge. So there are several things in here. This piano we did earlier, there was a piece of paper hidden in one of the notes. The note did not play. You like da 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 ding ding ding. It didn't play a proper tone because there was a paper underneath it. So we did find that earlier. But if we go over here, this is the one. So we have the pot with the onion in it. We have down here, we have wood, but it needs wood and paper. We don't have paper. If I go here to items, oh, close this. If I go to items, the only paper we have is this Bible page, and I cannot use it. I already tried. I mean, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't want to do that because it's like not great. I mean, it's, you know, it's the Bible, but but for game mechanics, I was like, maybe I could use this. No, in this safe, there was a note saying basically to the, this is from, so the inn owner, okay, was kind of like neener to the general store guy, Prudhomme, because he was saying, he blamed Prudhomme, saying that Prudhomme brought upon the village the whispers, which is interesting because Leveille, our fellow pastor, made it sound like he's the one who brought upon the village the curse also. So I don't know. I don't know if we know, if we have a way of knowing. This is padlocked and chained shut. So either we'll find a key to, either we'll never get in here, it's possible, or we still need to find a key for that. Probably need to find a key for that. So it's another thing we're missing. We have been able to make progress previously, just some things we found have not yet been accessible, right? Though we'll get to them later. Just like in a lot of point and clicks, of course. So I need to get paper from somewhere, but I don't know where I'm going to find paper, really. I've looked, like I looked in the general store there, there's not really any paper around that I can grab. Or not the general, I keep saying that. This is the inn. If you go over here, Sainte-Monique-Inn. Auberge is French for like an inn or a lodge. Okay, and then here, this is the general store. I kept saying general store for the other, and that's not what I meant. I meant inn the whole time. Or hotel or lodge or whatever. This is... yeah, this is Bishop, the cat. Even though the general store owner offed himself, the cat is still around. But see, this is technically paper, but I can't pick it up. This is technically paper, but I can't pick it up. I've got some like sacks of stuff, so that's not obviously going to work. Or obviously not going to work, I should say. Looking around here, there's some paper over there, so I go, okay, great. I can do nothing with the books. I cannot open these drawers. Go over here. These are sacks, possibly of mail, because this is supposed to be like the post office as well. It kind of, this building has like three things. It has the general store, which was out there, has the post office, which is here, and then upstairs is where Joseph Prudhomme lived. Like he has his bed and stuff. See these paper, the paper here I also cannot access. There's nothing in any of the like mail slots or anything here. I've already been through all these drawers previously trying to access them. None of them will open. I can't interact with any of them, I should say. I've not really looked at the wall too closely. I just noticed with the wallpaper, it does look like you possibly could split the wallpaper apart, but I don't, it's not looking like it's going to let me, so it's just the appearance. It's not actually a clue to how you would interact or something. Okay. The reason I'm playing this, just as an FYI, is because the Whisperer, the first game, was pretty short. We played it on Halloween, and the very next time we streamed, we finished in like an hour. Which was fine, but I was really interested in the story, so I thought, well, maybe this is like a sequel or something. It looks like it's not exactly a sequel, but kind of maybe. It's set in the same area, though, just years later. So, had to pick pockets of dead bodies. In the first game, actually, you do. I mean, kind of. It's not pickpocket, but basically. There's a corpse, and there's a guy's hand. You have to basically, like, click on his hand to open the fingers, and then you grab the key from his hand. So you actually do that in the first game. In this game, you might have to also at some point. I haven't had to yet. That would be interesting to do it again. Not yet another callback to the first game. You do also, though, but you do get, like, we got a key off of the body of the store owner as well. You can interact with the cat, and the cat's super cute. Hi, Bishop. Hey, baby. I know, your master was dumb and listened to the whispers, and now he's gone. I'll pet you when I come through. I'll, if I can, try to make sure you get food and stuff. Hey, Silua, welcome. In the first game, you looted it by prying fingers open and grabbing a key there. In this game, you get it from his pocket. So he's dead, and you get it from his pocket in this game. So same idea. No, unfortunately. Although, role-playing wise or whatever, I have vowed that when I leave this valley, I take the cat with me. I would have taken the dog too, or whatever. I would have taken the dog, but the dog disappeared with the doctor. When the doctor got dragged away, apparently the dog also disappeared. So I can't do anything with the dog. But Bishop is still here, even though his owner is dead up here. So I vowed that I will take Bishop with me when I leave, regardless of what the game actually lets you do. I will, in my mind, the canon is that we take Bishop with us. So here's Prudhomme. Decided he heard the whispers too much, and he couldn't get his precious Robertine and all that other stuff, and so he basically is just, he's done. See envelopes in here. I can't use them as paper. Barrels, can't access them for anything. Cannot look in here at all. Cannot approach this desk to see if there's anything over there. Or this bookcase or set of shelves or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, see here in his pocket there had been. We were previously able, or I think it was hanging from the keychain, from the ring here actually. We were able to find that on him and grab it from him previously. Last time? Last time or the time before? I think it was last time. Yeah. Yep. He was not doing well. Hey, baby. I know. I love you too. I'll be back. I got more stuff I gotta do. I'll get your stupid old owner that was an idiot. I'll get his body out of here and I'll take over, and then I'll make sure you're safe and stuff, baby. Okay. None of this stuff here on the sides has paper, right? This is the thing. I don't know where I'm going to find paper. I have yet to find a place that has paper that I can access. At least that I've noticed. I'm going to go back now. The last place we're going to go in town, I'm going to go to the doctor's, the building way on the end, and see if maybe there's something there that I previously missed that will let me. I don't need that lit now. See if there's maybe something here that I can use for paper. Um, just as an FYI, when you first start the game, you find a candle, but the candle is not on a candlestick or anything. So you can't really a candle holder, so you cannot use it for a light source. You have matches, and this stays full, so you don't like use them up. But um, in the first part of the game, until you find the candle holder, you have to light the match and then hold the match for like 10 seconds or so, and then it burns out. Then you have to, your guy goes ow and drops the burned out match. They have to light a new match, so it adds to some of the creepiness because it's not constant light. I think any kind of paper would work as long as it lets me pick it up. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, because it's a point and click, they have a specific paper in mind for me to use, and I don't know what that is. So just try some stuff, but yeah, here is the garden. There were rabbits. The rabbits are, well, dead rabbits who's been here for a while now. I think they're just maybe just the two. I thought there were three anyway. Dead rabbits. There's a carrot here and another carrot. There were two carrots before. I grabbed one. That allowed me to go shear that sheep. Well, that was the previous evening. I sheared the sheep to get the wool to use for the thread. Anyway, that I explained before. Well, this morning, that sheep is dead now too. It's like everything is dying in this whole area. Not just people, like all the animals are dying too. But yeah, this was, what was his name? Maritus or something like that. I don't remember his name. Anyway, the dog though. This is where the doctor had talked to us first. This back here is from the gunshot that he used for himself. So, not awesome, obviously. Yeah, I hope not the cat. I didn't want the dog to die either, but the dog disappeared. I mean, I'm assuming the dog's dead. We heard like a growl noise, and then the doctor and the dog are both dead, both gone. So, I'm just assuming. I guess maybe they're not. See that right there? Can I do anything with that? I don't think so, though. Anyway, the stone here where the blood ends, that's where we found the key that lets us inside the doctor's place. So the doctor's place was locked before, but when we found that, then we can get inside now through the normal door. I cannot go this way to look at that tree more closely, so I guess it's just nothing. It's just design on the tree or whatever. Okay, we'll go inside. Oh, well, you won't see the dog. The dog disappeared. But yeah, I was explaining earlier, the doctor had a dog. After the gunshot went off and we found that the doctor was dead, the dog was pawing at the door like, Master, you're not okay. I need to help you, right? Poor, really sad, right? Like, poor dog. And then we went in, we couldn't get inside to do anything. We couldn't let the dog in or anything. So we traveled, went into town for a bit, did some other stuff. When we came back, or we heard a growl, we came back. The doctor's body and the dog both were gone. So I'm assuming the dog is dead too. I don't know though. I would not want it to be so, but I fear it is. I don't know exactly. I think it's something like 1850. The first game. Oh, actually, you know what? I do know. I mean, I don't know, but I have the information. So the first game was 1820. Oh, this is like 75 years later. Or, yeah, 75 years later. This is 1896 in Quebec. So this is 1896. So we do know. This is like the end of the 19th century. So technically there could be some electricity in some places, but there's not. I mean, this town, is so small. They've not advanced enough yet to get that. An empty bottle of arsenic. Yeah, the doctor. I don't think the doctor even finished himself off, honestly. I think that was to administer to other people, because we know how the doctor finished himself off, right? The gun. Yeah, this spot here, we slid this. There was an item in here that we grabbed with a fishing hook previously. The fishing hook with a thread. So we sheared the sheep and got the wool. We used the spindle in that other building to make thread. We tied it to that fish hook we found at that dock. And then the fish hook with the thread allowed us to grab, I think it was a key or something, anyway, out of that slot. That's not, there anymore, obviously. See, I don't see any paper here. There's what's left of wood for his fire, but no paper. See, I'm looking for paper to light that. Newspaper delivery a thing then, like on the porch? Yeah. In some places. I don't know if it would have been here or not. It's a small town, so it could have been. Might not have been. It depends, but definitely could have been. Here's a rat got killed in a trap. Or a mouse. That's big enough. That's not a mouse. That's a rat. None of these drawers open. Yeah, so Llewell, I'm really happy I'm not stressing out like I was last night. Jeez, that game. It's a love-hate thing with that game. I love the game. I love the story and stuff. It's so cool, but it's so stressful. So stressful. The whole time I'm like, the packages? Oh, here? Yeah, I don't know. I can't interact with them. I would imagine these are probably, because this was the doctor's place, so these are probably medical supplies of some kind. Could be bandages, could be medicine, could be like needles and thread. It's hard to know for sure. We can't interact with them, so I can't give you a better answer than that. Yeah, I know, but it's good that you spotted those. Yeah, because anything, right? If I'm missing something, I definitely want to have it pointed out because I want to find. Let's see, no paper in these. There was over here. See, there are these, but I can't grab them. Like I'm clicking on them, they don't do anything. So I can't grab these papers. There was another piece of paper here, a larger one, but it's just one of our notes in inventory. I've already tried. We cannot use any of these. Like you can read it and you can inspect it. You can't actually drag it to give it to, like to use it on anything in the environment. So unfortunately, those are paper, but they're not going to be something we're allowed to use for the fire. Nothing. Yeah, nothing in any of these places. There's this chest, but I can't grab anything more here. There was something we got earlier. I think it was actually a letter, but we can't get anything else from here. So the doctor's place is a bust also, so I'm not sure where we get the paper. There are still technically some places we've not yet quite searched. I mean, I've been to some places before that I may have searched before. It's possible I've searched them at least. But I'm just saying, like, since we know that we need paper, since that point, there are some places we've not searched yet, I think, still. Like out closer to the pond, lake, whatever it actually is. I think it's a lake. Get rid of that for now. I don't need to have that lit if I'm not indoors. So we cannot go over here, but if we go this way, we can proceed over toward the lake or whatever. I think it's a lake over here. Yeah, we've been in here, I believe, since we know we needed paper. This is a shack that we managed to open up at some point. What was... Oh, that's just outside again. Okay. So that's not something in the corner or similar. Okay. Yeah, it was cool, though, getting on the other side of that mill and then finding the ruined buildings that were in the first game. So there is a loose connection, at least. Maybe it'll be more explicit and more of a solid connection later on as we learn more. But right now, it's at least a loose connection to that first game. I was a little concerned because I thought, oh, I guess I just made the assumption because the name was very similar. I guess I just made the assumption that the games were related. Because the first part of the game, of this game, is over here, and that's nothing. None of this was in that first game. So I thought, oh, maybe they're not connected. But then, after crossing over the mill, I was like, ah, there's the connection I was looking for. Let's see if there's anything wood-wise or something that maybe I've missed. And I cannot go any farther that way. To be fair, that probably wades out into the water. This probably right here is like all waterlogged. I would just sink, most likely. Okay, so nothing over there. Can I don't know if I tried going down the side here. I can't remember. I think so, yeah. Because I tried to access it getting closer to this cart and could not. Yeah, so I cannot go down there. Doesn't look like on this side either. Nope. Put Marchand General, the general store, the merchantry or the merchant shop is basically the equivalent of this. I mean, the English would be general store, right? But in French, they just say it's the general merchant. So they name it after him rather than after what the building itself is. Same idea, though. Already looked in here, and I cannot go over here any farther. Nothing between the boards or anything here. Look one more time in here. There is quite a bit in here, but I'm pretty sure I've not missed getting paper. But it's always possible I missed. Nothing in the fireplace or on the fireplace mantle. Nothing over there. Nothing at all over there. The sheet would be burnable, but it's not going to let me use that. No. This is where we found that note or the paper earlier. Now just the key doesn't work, but it's still. See, behind here, it's just mugs. There's no paper. There's still foam. It's like the eternal, never going flat ale, I guess, or something. Still, there's still foam. That's funny. There should not be foam on those. If this is abandoned, they should be. If there's ale or beer or Guinness or something in there, it should be flat and just like, just kind of gross at this point, just sitting there all gross. Yeah, I don't see any paper in the store that I can use. It's possible it's down underneath there and I need to get the padlock open, but I do not know how to open the padlock, so until I find that out. That's the other question is, for Robertine, letting Robertine's mom know what happened to her daughter, that's going to be a problem too, right? I cannot grab, when I'm over there on the other side of the mill, and I see where the hat is and all the blood, I cannot grab the hat. I cannot, what looks like the little sheath or something for whatever, like knife she used against herself. That is not accessible. So I don't have anything of hers I can present to her mom other than the letter or the suicide note. But I can't do anything with that because I already tried. It's a note. And notes you cannot drag into the environment. So I cannot give that to her mom either. Well, the prompt on the stove where we would light the fire says paper. So I'm assuming it has to actually be paper. That is an assumption, but since it says paper, I'm looking for paper, even though other stuff would definitely potentially burn. That's right. No, that's the thing. These notes, the only option you ever have on these is read or inspect. That's why you have up here, you have items and you have notes. Under notes, notes cannot be used on the environment at all. None of these can be used on the environment. They're all just read or inspect. Inspect is just, here, look closer. Like you could look at the back side if there's maybe a code or something on the back in some cases or something like that. So the only actual paper we have is this Bible page. I tried to use this and it would not let me. So this does not work, even though it's paper. So they have something specific in mind, and we've not found it yet, apparently. Yeah, because you throw away, like, information that would tell you the story so you remember what's going on. It is true. I cannot, see, this just goes out here. I cannot go any farther. So that's never going to be searched by me because I can't even get over there. So, I don't know. We already went in there again, and then down to the dock. Cannot go on that side of this building. This is boarded up. Cannot go on the opposite yard. We already talked about that. Yeah, but here in this yard here. So when we came here last night, where we go? We already saw this with the pigs. Carcass of the pig seems to have died of hunger. Okay, and there are a couple of those. Unfortunately, though, this is the sheep. This is the sheep that, or no, not that. That's another pig. That's another pig. This is the sheep. This is the sheep that we got wool from last night. Already died. And it started eating the carrot, and then it didn't finish the carrot. I would guess the carrot might be poisoned, but we had no way of knowing that. All we knew was the rabbits were dead, so I guess maybe we killed the sheep. I don't know. Not intentionally, but maybe we should not have given the sheep the carrot. I don't know. How many places? I don't know the count. It's like dozens. It doesn't eat animals? What do you mean it? The creature that we assume is eating, or that I suggest might be eating people? I don't know. We've not seen evidence of it either way. In the last game when we were down in that cavern, all we saw were human bones. That does not mean that there were only human bones. It just means that's all I noticed. So I might have missed animal bones. It's very possible it eats animals too. So there are these different... So what does that say? There's a note in the church, or not a note, but like a carving above, like on a... on the lintel, you know, the crossbeam on the top of the doorway, there's a note carved. We cannot get in here. We don't have a key, and it's locked. But up here, Ad Santos, near the saints. So that's fine. Where are the saints? So So we say over here, I can't get anywhere near the saints. Can't get near them at all. I go like one click and I go way past them. I wonder. Can't really see anything through there, so probably not. I don't think that does anything. I think we need to go to like some tomb of a saint or something. So we can't get to here though. So this would be Santa Maria and Infantus Jesu, right? Baby Jesus. It's not. I don't think. Maybe. I don't think it's crossed out. I think it's just cut out. Let me see. Maybe though. It's like they did a box around some words and then cut the text out. Is what it looks like to me. So it's like basically the equivalent of circling the words and then cutting them. So that's going to be something too. So near the saints. Ad Santos. La Joie, Paget. Beda. Roi, La Liberté. That's the thing. I don't think that's a thing. Might have been, but I don't think so. Delphine Prudhomme. See, that's the thing is I looked at some of these grave markers also, like maybe I could do something with these, but I can't interact with them. So I don't know if I can't do anything with them, then I'm not sure what the point is. Like what I'm supposed to be able to do with them. Yeah, I read all the tombstones that as far as I can. They're just names of people. There's not like a saying or something. Oh, wait. What is this? This has something. What is this? Can I read it? Viande à chien. Viande à chien. It's like go to the dog? Viande à chien. Let me see what that is. I'm super rusty on my Spanish. Or French, I mean. Dog meat. Oh, viande is meat. Dog meat, huh? Serafan Pudria is dog meat, okay. I don't think that's a clue, probably. Could be, but the dog is gone, so I don't know where we get the dog meat. The dog is not around anymore. What if they all died around the same time? No. Well, I mean, yes, some no. So, like, this is 95 and 96. The Lejoies died a year apart. 69, 70, the Pagés did also. Then this is the son, I think, Henri, is like 21 years later. La Liberté, 1895, 1859. Those are, 36 years apart. They died 94, 94. So those two are together. And then Bois. I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I think it just depends on the one. Some of them yes, some of them no. Didier. Nothing on this side, I don't think. I mean, that could be important. It's good to pay attention to that. I just don't currently know enough to know if that is important, how. But it could definitely be important. So dog meat, dog food. Okay, but how? All the way back where the only dog that I know of was. There's a dog bowl here, and there's a barrel, but I can't do anything with this. So I don't know if there was, if I was supposed to do something with dog meat, I don't know what. And there's nothing inside. We already searched inside before. Said, like beside the Saints? Or, near the Saints, I mean? Near the Saints. Odd. Not, I don't... See, I don't think this is saints. I mean, it's a cross, a religious symbol, but it's not really saints, right? Saints, you would want to look for something like St. Michael or St. Jude or whomever. Let's see. Go back over the grave, see if there's something more. Yeah, the doctor got dragged out the window, and then, or not the dog, the doctor got dragged out of his window. He was already dead. He'd already used the gun, but yeah, then he got dragged out of his window, and then the dog, of course, is gone as well. And I cannot proceed farther this way, so the grave is the last thing. Beside the saints, I don't know. If we say bigger gravestones signify some kind of sainthood, possibly. But if that's true, I don't know. I can't get anything with the ground. That's just moving me forward to the next section. Hear the whispers? Did you hear that? Very faint whispering. Yeah, that's... I'm pretty sure our character is screwed at this point. He's been in town way too long. Yeah. Dog meat, I don't know what that even means. But... maybe was killed by a dog? Seraphin was killed by a dog, maybe? I don't know. It's interesting that here I can hear the whispers, but not inside. I don't know.
cannot interact with a cow. I don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to find the paper. It's so weird. You'd think. I don't believe we can go inside here. Yeah, it's locked. One of the buildings we've not yet been able to open. See, this is like, well, there's that yard too, but even over here, I cannot proceed farther up that way. This just goes further down the path. Doesn't really get me up there. Sure, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there is paper, right? We found some paper, just can't interact with it. So it's like paper technically, but not really paper, right? I already talked to her since finding out what happened to Robertine, but
s'il vous plaît, traversez la rivière par le
please
moulin.
cross the river and
Ramenez-moi
bring
la fille.
the river by the mill and bring me back my daughter. Yeah, so that's like all we get for that.
S'il vous plaît, traversez la rivière par le moulin puis ramenez-moi.
It's not gonna let me like click behind her to look at anything. It's just that, pretty much. It's locked. Already gone that way. I'm interested where this crank for the well is gonna be or something. I think I do think that there might be some kind of a plague as well killing the animals, but I think a lot of, like it says where it says that he thinks he thinks the pig starved to death. I think it's just the people are so frightened of the voices and stuff that they don't want to. They're just like don't want to go outside and stuff, so they don't do anything like the basic care for animals because they're scared to death to go outside because they've seen what happens to people that go outside. So, I'm actually, frankly, a little surprised that Robertine's mother has not said something like, what are you doing outside? You shouldn't be outside. It's scary. It's dangerous and stuff. See, it looks like there's a path here, but you can't go up that way. It's so weird. Go back one. Can't go from this angle either. I don't know. It's very strange. So over here, we found the little holder for the candle. That's why we now can use the candle, and it stays lit instead of burning out like the matches did. I do not know where we're going to find paper, though. I'm going to have to look it up. I really don't, not, at this point, I'm really not sure where I'm going to find paper. No friggin' clue. I tried. It would not let me go inside. I tried, but it would not let me get in there. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go look up a walkthrough. I'm just looking for the paper, so... did I miss that? I was there before. It says when I pick up the key from that piano that has the key that doesn't work, the note that doesn't work, I'm supposed to also be able to pick up a newspaper from the key. I did not. I don't think I ever saw a newspaper. Yeah, there wasn't. Well, currently, maybe I have to do something and a newspaper shows up. I don't know. I mean, the note, the key does not currently play, right? So maybe there's still something to it. Wait a minute. Are these the colors of the notes? White, black, black, white, black. I wonder. Okay. So what do I want to do? White, black, black, white, black, right? I don't know where I start, though. Ah, there's a second key that doesn't work. That's why. This one. Okay. So I'll do white, black, black, white, black. Probably the ones that don't work, right? So white, black, black, white, black. There we go. Cellar key. There we go. There's the key to the cellar. Maybe the newspaper's in the cellar. I don't know. I saw something with, it mentioned a piano and a cellar, and that, or not, a piano and a key, and that's like all I saw. So I tried, like I said, I try to ignore most of what I see. So sometimes I may not read the full sentence because I don't have enough stuff to look. I don't know. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It's because I didn't look enough or whatever. Ah! Newspaper! Old newspaper, several months old. La vérité, the truth. Yeah. So this is going to be our paper, I'm pretty sure. Now that we found that. Is that literally the only thing in here? This whole big room and all that is a newspaper. That's, I'm going to be honest, that's a little disappointing. It'd be cool if there was more stuff in here, but I guess whatever. Okay. Bodies? Yeah, looking on all the porches. Yeah. That's how you get the newspaper. The newspaper wasn't at the piano. They were talking about down in the cellar. Okay. All right, so let's wait. Why did I leave? The stove that I need to cook on is in here. I should let. No, I don't need to be here anymore. It's fine. No big deal. Don't need the stove. It's fine. Herpeter. Okay. Go this way. This way. This way. Down. All right. Use that on there. There we go. And now use this on that. I don't know how long I'm supposed to weight or whatever. Can I just use this directly on there? Maybe. Insecticide sprayer filled with pestilential liquid. Got lucky when I said newspapers. Couldn't think of anything else. Yeah. No, that's cool. I guess we'll just leave that going. If I kill this, that does still provide some light. It's not very much, so you have to be right by it. That's fine. Well, actually, I don't need this right now. It's daytime. I'll just go out. Okay. So now we can spray that crow. Or raven? I think it's a crow. Anyway, we can spray that bird. Pretty sure it's a crow. Anyway, get it to fly away, and then we can look at whatever the shiny thing is that we could not grab while it was there. Okay, so... yeah, it says insecticide, but I mean, this is an insecticide that they would have used late 1800s, right? So, it's, I mean, let's be honest. All they did was they boiled an onion in water and put it into a sprayer, and then you're going to spray the bird. Holy cow. I think I just saw something run by there. That's not okay. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not actually going to hurt the bird. It doesn't like the smelly onion water, basically, is what it's going to be. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but it doesn't like the onion water. That's really all that's going on. Yeah, something just ran by here. Maybe it was supposed to be just more of a nature feel, but it made me nervous because something ran by here while I was still in the mill there. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure we're not hurting the crow. I mean, it's possible, I suppose. There have been other dead animals. That sheep, all I did was take some wool from the sheep and gave him a carrot because he looked hungry, and apparently that was enough to kill him or something. Or the curse strikes no matter what. I don't know. You. Oh, I have to do it like this. I see. Is it on you? Okay, and then I can grab La Liberté key. Okay. And that's it, right? I'm not doing anything with the eggs. I don't need your eggs. Crow. I don't want to cause you any problems. So I'll go back to the La Liberté house, which I think is that last house, that like red one that we were not able to get into. I'm thinking that's with the La Liberté house. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess, my assumption. Yeah, maybe it's the dog. Maybe he runs back home and we get to find him at home. We get to take him and Bishop the cat out with us. All the people die, but at least we can help them out. Ah, it's another one of these night vision things. That means we're getting steadily more and more influenced by the whispers, I think. Plus, it probably also means we've taken all day to do all the other stuff we were doing, and so it's now nighttime again. There's probably what that is. All those whispers. Like I said, I'm pretty sure our character is screwed because we're hearing the whispers all the time, too. It's going to be nighttime this week. Oh, it's not nighttime. I'm not going to complain about that. Although, wait. Pretty sure this is the home. No? Huh. It's not this building. Okay, which one? La Liberté. Which one is Rue La Liberté? It's not this one. I don't think. Maybe. So what does it say on the side? Bédard fille. That's just saying like horse and I don't know what Bédard is. I don't remember what Bédard is, but does that go to the church? It said La Liberté, but maybe that's what the church is. I don't know. I don't know what the key unlocks. Try here, and if it doesn't unlock here, we'll look for something else. I don't know. Strange. Oh, I think I know. I think La Liberté is Robertine's last name. So I think it's going to be... Oh, does that mean the mom's dead now, too? Damn. I fear for the worst. I fear the worst. Yeah, it's going to be that house. Suck, dude. Mom's probably dead. Everybody is dying. Stop dying, please. She was like the last living person I've seen in the town too, so man, I'm pretty sure she's not at her chair anymore. Damn it, she's dead. She's totally dead. I mean, I'm assuming she's not at her chair anymore, and we got the key to her house. Why would we go in her house if she's still around instead of just talking to her? Man, that poor family. Crowbar. So we'll pick that up. Not going over that way. It's like somebody's knocking on the door too. Yeah, she's there. Crap, dude. Stink. Kerosene lantern full and the wick is lit. I guess we'll take that. Empty bottle of arsenic. Hey, Cresting Dust. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, no. She's not sleeping. My beautiful Robertine. I leave with a heart full of regrets. If I hadn't forced you to keep Renee, and if I had accompanied you to Quebec City like you had asked me, none of this would have happened. You'd be a young woman today with a future ahead of her, and Renee would never have known pain. I'm sorry. May God forgive you and order his emissary to let you live. We all deserve our punishment. Not you. Leave this village. Forget us and leave. I love you, my daughter. Your mom, Ophélie. It's a lot locked. I don't have a key. Can I pry it open? No. Use a pry bar on something. I don't know what, though. There's not a key in here, right? I cannot get over to this side. See if there's something on the floor I've missed other than the arsenic bottle. That's going to just move me in that direction. Yeah, I cannot look at her vanity at all. Investigate anything there. Yeah. Nothing. Can't do anything with those. Gosh, there's going to be something right here by the door, isn't there? I heard the banging noise. Maybe got... What am I going to use the crowbar on? Oh. Fly across the street here, right? I'm going to use it on the boards. Probably. Okay, here we go. She's dead now too. That's the last of the La Liberté family too, I think. Robertine, we know, died. Now Ophélie also died. Suck. Nobody is surviving. I'm trying to see if I can help the people out. Not just investigate what's going on, but see if I can do anything to help people. And everybody's dying on me, damn it. We're not going to grab the poker. Nope, not going to get any closer to that. Okay. Belt. So this, I don't know if this is a tanner's place so much as a leather worker's. Tanning probably happens somewhere else. Long rope so tightly tied to the beam that cannot be undone. Am I gonna cut that maybe? Knife has been removed. Climbing rope. There we go. Long, strong rope. Perfect for climbing with. Yeah, it's great. I tell you how excited I am to go climbing into that giant cavern. Where we saw all the bones and dead bodies in the last game. Super exciting. I'm sure it's going to be fine. There's not going to be any problems at all. I thought the icon... Oh, I guess it was just disappearing. I thought the icon was... Oh, here we go. What's this? Robertine, when you read this letter, I will be gone. It was my intention to leave without a goodbye, but I couldn't bring myself to. I'm leaving for Montreal. A foreman at the Red Part Refinery owes my uncle a favor. I have a job waiting for me. I have no future in Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts, even with you. You and I was fun, but that was just it. What you wanted was too much for me. I bid you my sincere farewell. I hope you find a good man. Andre Bédard. Damn. So that's awesome. So all kinds of disappointment. It's great. Same thing. Oh, all that's the same. There's like a big hitbox, all of this, but okay. Anything on the bed? Nope. Well, that is less than awesome. What is this blood? All this blood? Is this blood or is that tar or something? On the inside of the door, that is not okay. Alright. I'm going outside now. I'm pretty sure at this point, though, whatever the whispering thing is probably, maybe not actively because it's point and click, but effectively is stalking us now. There's no crank or anything? Still? For the well? We're going to get a crank for the well. There wasn't anything in here, though, right? I didn't miss something in the La Liberté house. Look underneath, I guess, for these things, too, since we found that one underneath the... I think that's little Rene is in there. I'm pretty sure little Rene is inside this door. He would have been the son of Robertine, granddaughter of Ophélie. No, I think nothing else. I figured that out after we came back inside, or figured it out. I thought about that coming back inside. I was like, oh, that's probably. The chest I got something off of. There are a couple of chests. One I got just paper off the top. Never actually got inside the chest. And there was one where there's a chest I opened. Do you know which one of those you're meaning? Well, it did not have an interaction icon, so unless that's changed, I wouldn't be able to get into it. But maybe that's changed. I don't know. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure at this point. I'm gonna go use the rope and go down into the cavern, I think. Assuming that I can at this point. It's not going to say something else like I need to do such and such first or whatever. Yeah, going into the creepy cavern. I'm super excited for this. Yeah, I see human bones. It must be Robertine. She was devoured. Key to the children's room in the La Liberté house. Okay. Moving with those. My very dear Robertine, when you read this note, I will be gone. My aunt suddenly fell ill. The doctor says she has little time left. So, I'm off to Montreal. A foreman at the Red Powder Refinery owes my uncle a favor. I have a job waiting for me. I will not return to Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. You and me, it was unique. But if life separates us, it is God's will and we must respect it. I bid you my sincere farewells. I hope you find a good man. Your love forever, André Bédard.
It's a kinder version of the wadded up note we saw. I'm pretty sure the wadded up note we saw are his true feelings, but he tried to be less heartbreaking to her with this.
It's not awesome, though. I don't know if we can even go any farther in any direction. There's that, and there's that. But I can't do anything with her body, just get the comment that she was devoured. Yeah. Let's get the hell out of there.
Let's get the hell out of there.
I'm pretty sure. So we can now get little baby Renee. Or if baby Renee is some kind of demon monster, then I guess we get a demon monster. We'll find out. I mean, there's just supposed to be a curse on the valley, so I have no idea what that means. How that translates into stuff. But the La Liberté family is no more, except for maybe Renee. You know what honestly I think happened? I think Andre and Robertine got intimate. She got pregnant, and he said, I'm out of here. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Did not want to take care of the child. Because there have been scummy men for forever. Garbage men who flee from responsibility. I know. It's like, are you from out of town? Go away. Don't come near me. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop giving me bad things, bad omens and stuff. Oh, it's night again. It is night again. Awesome. Good. Why don't you open it a little more creepily, damn it? Robertine, you can't hide Renee's existence forever. There are rumors going around. Our parishioners will know about him sooner or later. And when the truth is out, I can't protect you. I do not doubt your devotion to the church. Thanks to your work, the presbytery is always in immaculate condition. And you don't miss a single mass. You deserve a second chance. Your sin is serious, but it can be absolved. René's place is in an orphanage. The nuns will take care of him until he is adopted by a good Catholic family. You will be able to resume your life and find the right path. It will be better that way for both of you. Bring me René, and I'll take care of the rest. If you comply, the village will never know about your illegitimate child. Sincerely, your pastor, Emilien Leveille. Not move in that direction at all. Okay, I guess we'll go talk to René. What just happened? Excuse me? What? Why? 1,200 of them all at once. What? I feel like René is not actually alive. Damn, we can't even save the kid? Suck, dude. Okay, this is the bottom floor of the presbytery. I guess that's it in here. Man, can't even save the little kid. That sucks. I mean, I think. We're going outside. It's going to be super creepy. Of course. Okay. Dude. Seriously, every person is dying. This sucks, man. I can't save anybody. I wonder if Bishop's still alive. I'll probably go back to the general store at some point and Bishop will be dead too. Damn it. What? Use. This isn't the presbytery? Where's the presbytery then? What? What on earth? Am I misunderstanding? Hang on. Yeah. It's the part of the church reserved for the priests. That should be that room, right? Is it not? Near the saints. Why can I not get in here? I have the key, right? There's not another room. In the whole of the church, I think. I don't think in all the church there's another place I can go, is there? I mean, to be fair, this part here is the like the chapel or whatever, right? Where the parishioners or whatever would congregate, but Because if it's not down below, then where is this? I don't know where the presbytery is. I don't really think I can go around the outside other than the graves. Otherwise, I don't really think I can go around the outside of this. So I don't know. Yeah, I can't go any closer. What the crap? Where's the presbytery? I could have sworn that's what that would have been. If I go over here, could I go down now? No. How? I do not know where I'm supposed to go. Hang on. Can't go down there. Where is he? Yeah, I still have a key. I cannot use it on that downstairs room. Presbytery. And this is the main church, but there's not a building on the side of the church where he would live. Where... Oh, I've not gotten in that red building. I wonder if that's where he lived. This is probably where he lived. Ah, Bishop's over here now. Hey, Bishop. You didn't like hanging out in the general store where your master was dead, huh? It's probably smart. Yeah, I cannot go on either side. Okay. Crap, though. The Bishop's outside. That means Bishop might die. At least being inside, Bishop might have survived. I don't know, though. Because if the thing goes in and drags people out, I guess there's no guarantee that you'd be safe there. Whispers are steadily louder. That is not a great thing. That way. Okay, let's see what's in this room first, I guess, and then we'll just go around. We have eggs, garlic, cucumbers, onions. Nothing there. Excuse me. The stuff was left cooking. That either means there was a whole ton of fuel, or Pastor Leleveille was alive during the day, this second day, so we just did not manage to make contact with him yet, but he was around. Shush, jerk. Okay, let's see what's down here. I really wish there was some way to make sure Bishop would be okay, but it's not looking like we're going to have an opportunity. So we won't read any of the wadded up paper. We'll just read this one on top. Is that the only thing here? It looks like it. Cannot open the drawers or anything. Okay. Monsieur Villeneuve, you are blinded as I was. If that woman you want to hang is a murderer, so are we. It was not the devil who guided his hands, but us. Excommunicate me if you please. Anyway, by the time this... side. Okay, hang on. Nothing on the back. So you just never completed it at all. Okay. I was wondering if maybe there's just something on the back we missed on initial reading or something. Oh, Bible. One of its pages is missing. Yeah, that would be this one. File page has been removed from your inventory. Idi suspice calum et numera stellas. Look up at the sky and count the stars. Okay. I wonder if that's for the lock, maybe. Look up at the sky and count the stars. Alright. Do that at some point. Let's go upstairs. I wonder if he's probably going to be dead up here. Like you said, everybody dies that I come in contact with in this damn place. This whole valley is just terrible. Let's go over that way right now. If we go over here, yeah, I can go here this way now. There's, I think that's another Bible. Brother Leveille, a disturbing rumor reached my ear. You've not only seen that one of your parishioners is a murderer, but that you would also protect her? Have you lost your mind? The murder described to me is appalling. It is the devil who guided her hands. This hysteric does not deserve absolution, but hanging. You are a man devoted to Christ. I am ready to forgive your mistake, but you must report her to the authorities so that she can be brought to justice. If you do not comply, I will contact them myself, and you will be excommunicated. Do not fall into disgrace to protect the sinner. Elzéar Marie Villeneuve, Archbishop of Quebec. Who's the murderer? Does that mean Robertine did that to her own son René because she didn't want to be ostracized? I don't know, but that does not, obviously, does not sound good. I didn't miss anything like edges of the painting or something, right? No. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't know. It says look up the sky and count the stars. So I guess we'll look up the sky and count the stars. Maybe when we step outside from here, I'm not sure if there's something else we specifically need to try. Let's try it here and see. Probably not while we're on the porch, but step off the porch and see. Maybe. Hey, Bishop. I know, baby. I'll take you out of here if the game doesn't force you to die beforehand. Ah, and of course I cannot look at the stars right now because it's all foggy. Well, that's amazing. I don't have a... I'm pretty sure I need a key to down, like in that basement of the church. Maybe I don't get it from here, but I'm kind of surprised if I don't. Isn't it always foggy? No, I don't think so. Last night, like the first night I got here, it was not foggy at all. It was dark, but it was not foggy. Personally, I think the fog is potentially a representation of the darkness closing in on me as I'm trying to put pieces of stuff together while trying to avoid getting devoured by whatever took Robertine. And since I'm now hearing the whispers, obviously that does not bode well for me in the long run. No key, huh? So there's this. I don't have... I look at these and see if any of these have anything on the back, but my guess is no. Well, I wasn't meaning to turn that, but I guess we'll pretend that I did that. Let's see. Farewell, farewell. Yeah, this is the one found under his bed. This is the one that he gave to her. Oh. Yeah, at the gates of hell, I'll comfort myself knowing you're with Daddy in heaven. Yeah, damn, so she did. Robertine did take care of her own son. Suck, dude. So she offs her son, then she offs herself, and then her mom offs herself. That poor family, that whole thing is a giant tragedy, man. There's nothing on the back, right? No. Guess the combination? I mean, I can. You know how many combinations that is, though? It's 10 for one round. So if you do it times 2, that becomes, I don't know if it's exactly, but basically 100. If you do times 3, that's basically 1,000 combinations. That'd take an awfully long time if I tried to do 1,000 combinations. What is Deciphered Diary? Signs of pregnancy. Yeah. I mean, I could, but it's probably not great. Yeah, this is the secret the doctor had. Signs of pregnancy about 3 months. She ignored it, seemed in shock, and wanted an abortion. I refused. I hope she'll regain her sanity. So, that was... Yeah, and this is the letter the doctor received from a what do you call it? A peer. Can't apologize enough to you enough. I broke my oath. I failed you. Renee's blood is on my hands, not yours. I endured the whispers as long as I could. Didn't want to leave before you, but I will be a coward until the end. I hope you will be spared. I mean, to be fair, I think Globatine already was gone by that point. Because when we showed up, Dr. LeBlanc was alive. We wandered around town for a bit. When we found her mom, Globatine's mom, the mom already said she didn't know where Globatine was. The next time it was daylight, we went and we found that she was dead. So I think she killed herself before LeBlanc did, honestly. This letter from the post office says that nobody is brave enough to deliver their mail to the valley anymore, so they need to get somebody from the valley to go pick up the mail and bring it back. So, yeah. Piano tuner, talked about the thing in the note that where it wouldn't play. Former owner of the inn. Yeah, this one's interesting too. She discovered that her husband was cheating on her. So she got her revenge, poisoned him with tea. But then after that she started hearing whispers. So, yeah. Anyway, so I don't see in these though any clues about numbers. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do on that yet. So, look to the stars and count them. Where? It's all foggy. I'm really not sure where I can count the stars. Yeah, it said count the stars. What's what a picture of? Direct me. Tell me where you want me to go to look at the picture that you're curious about. I'm not sure which one you're talking about at this point. I already clicked too many times. I like click. I just ran away. Ran away from the room because I was scared or something. I don't know. So is it back by where that padlock was? So we go where, here's where the padlock is. So is this one you're talking about? Oh, yeah. Count the stars. Good observation. 4, 3, 1. That might be in the numbers. Yeah, 4, 3, 1. Good point. Good call. Let's try that. 4, 3, 1. Maybe not 4, 3, 1. What else? There could be several in different paintings too. So this would be 4, 8. So maybe 8 is one of the numbers. Maybe I get them in different paintings. That's a good point. Or good observation. I do not see any in there though. Any other paintings? I don't think so. Maybe though. About here. Yeah. Okay, so we have 8 on that one. 8. This is what? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8, 4. We need to find one more painting with stars on it. Not so good call from you? What do you... Oh, you always try to discount what you say as like not good or something. I think it was a good idea. I cannot look at that. I don't think that's a painting anyway, though. Am I missing a star on here? could be 0 if there are none, I suppose. I think that's less likely, but it's possible. Another painting. 8, 4. Is there one at the church I'm supposed to look at? I don't remember a painting at the church, though. There was the Mary holding Jesus. There's the Bible. Yeah, I don't think there's a painting there. So it should be in here somewhere. But there's nothing in the hall here. So there's that. There's upstairs. And I guess that's it. I don't see another. There's again Virgin Mary with Jesus. Okay, let me read it exactly what it says. Whoops. I probably don't need to be here then. Notes. No. So it goes away if you miss it? Really? Anyway, look up at the sky and count the stars. Yeah, maybe. I'll try that. We'll see if that'll do it first. Okay, so 8. Could be any combination of these. So 8, 4, 0. Okay. About 804. There we go. 804. Yeah, I'm in it. I don't know what that means, though. What do I do with this? Honoré de Balzac, Charles Darwin, Guy de Maupassant, Laurent Olivier David, Charles Baudelaire, Victor Hugo. All these writers are on the index. Yeah, I don't know what I do with that information though. But oh, hang on, no, that's back out. Yeah. So if I need this, that's that. All these writers are on the index. What does that mean, on the index? I don't seem to be able to. So I basically get this, nothing. Unless I go like here, and that just zooms me in. Click it again, I don't seem to get anything to happen. That's the padlock opening and closing or something, I think. I think that's a glitch. I don't see. It says they're all in the index. I don't know what that means though. Like what okay. They're all in the index. What is the benefit of that? I'm not sure what you're trying to tell me. that bishop crying outside? Does that mean he's in trouble? I hope not, but who knows? I don't know what all in the index means. I'll go check on bishop really fast. If I don't get killed here. Hey, buddy. Alright. You poor innocent creature. Okay, I don't know. Index. What index? There's got to be some... Well, not, I don't know about gotta be. But I presume there's some item I need to interact with these or something. I don't know. It's not the index to this. I can't really do anything other than that one riddle. All these riders are on the index. Yeah, there's something I've got to be missing, right? But... See, now I can't seem to do anything except for the hourglass. I can't zoom in anymore either. I walked away and now it won't let me. Oh, there we go. Crypt key. That's what I wanted. I'm assuming that's all I want from there is the crypt key. Whoops. Okay, so that's going to be what's under the church is the crypt, I think. Okay, Bishop, don't get yourself killed, man. If you need to, you jump inside the presbytery and make sure you're cared for, okay? Don't die before I leave town. If I leave town. And if I don't leave town, you run the hell out of here and get away. The door that was open, there was a nail. It was hanging on the nail. I missed that there was a nail there with the key hanging from it. So it wasn't actually in the books. It was just on the door on the inside. All right. So now, key. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there's the priest, I think. So who are all these? Just additional people, I guess. I don't know if they died from the Whispers or if they died previously. I feel like it might be tied to the Whispers, though.
Est-ce vraiment vous?
Is that really you?
Je suis tellement désolé, mon ami. Je comprends que vous êtes ici par ma faute.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I understand that you are here by my fault.
Vous n'auriez jamais dû venir à Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. Ce village est à l'agonie. Nous sommes damnés.
You should never have come to Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. This village is in agony. We are damned.
J'ai toujours suivi la parole de Dieu à la lettre. Je me suis assuré que mes paroissiens la suivent aussi. Nous n'avons jamais dérogé aux Saintes Écritures.
I've always followed the word of God, and I made sure that my parishioners followed too. We have never deviated from the Holy Scriptures.
Si j'avais su ce qu'elle... Je n'aurais jamais cru qu'elle en serait venue à ça.
If I had known what I would have never believed she would come to this.
Son enfant avait été conçu dans le péché, et Robertine ne pouvait pas l'élever seule. Un garçon a besoin d'un père.
A child had been conceived in sin, and Robertine could not raise him alone. A boy needs a father.
Elle avait réussi à dissimuler sa grossesse au reste du village. Mais lorsque René est né, il devenait difficile de le cacher. Des rumeurs commençaient à circuler.
She had managed to conceal her pregnancy from the rest of the village. But when René was born, it became difficult to hide him. Rumors were starting to spread.
Je lui ai dit de confier son enfant à une crèche. C'est ce qui était mieux pour lui et pour elle. C'était la volonté de Dieu.
I told her to entrust her child to an orphanage. It was best for him and her. But it was God's will. But she did not want to.
Lorsqu'elle a su que le clergé allait lui forcer la main, elle a commis l'irréparable.
When she knew that the clergy was going to force her hand, she did something irreparable.
C'est moi qui ai repêché le corps. C'était horrible. René était tout gonflé et blanc.
I am the one who fished out the body. It was horrible. René was all swollen and white.
Robertine aurait pu être pendue pour ce crime. Mais je l'ai protégée. Je suis le seul
Robertine could have been
responsable
hanged
de
for
la
this
mort de
crime,
René.
but I protected her. I am solely responsible for René's death.
Les paroissiens ont vite appris la vérité, mais personne ne voulait en parler. Nous avions
Parishioners
trop honte.
soon learned the truth, but no one wanted to talk about it. We were too ashamed.
C'est après que cette créature a fait son apparition. Elle est venue du fond des bois. Elle nous guette jour et nuit. On l'appelle le murmureur.
It was after this that the creature appeared. It came from deep in the woods. It watches us day and night. We call it the Whisperer.
Il est ici pour nous châtier. Il nous murmure des choses affreuses. Il sait à propos de René. J'ignore comment, mais il sait tout.
It is here to chastise us. It whispers terrible things to us. It knows about René. I don't know how, but it knows about everything.
Il nous torture. Et il le fera jusqu'à ce qu'on se donne la mort.
It tortures us, and it will keep doing it until we kill ourselves.
Nous avons essayé de fuir, mais c'est impossible. Il ne nous laisse aucun répit. Nous ne pouvons qu'attendre.
We tried to run away, but it is impossible. It leaves us no respite. We can only wait.
Vous avez entendu des murmures. Il est trop tard pour vous. Nous avons tous nos secrets. Le murmureur les connaît.
Did you
Je
hear
n'aurais
the
jamais dû vous
whispers?
envoyer cette lettre. Je suis
It's too late for you.
désolé.
We all have our secrets. The Whisperer knows them. I should never have sent this letter to you. I am sorry.
Je suis le dernier survivant, n'est-ce pas?
I am the last survivor, am I not?
Mon heure est venue. Je n'en ai plus pour longtemps. Mais avant, il me reste une chose à faire.
My time has come. I don't have much longer, but but I have one thing left to do.
Vous n'aurez qu'une opportunité pour fuir Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. Ne la manquez pas.
You will have only one chance to escape Sainte-Monique-Des-Monts. Don't miss it.
Une dernière chose.
One last thing.
Prenez ceci.
Take this.
Je crois que vous comprendrez.
I think you'll understand.
Adieu, mon ami.
Goodbye, my friend. Old wooden crank. So we're going to go to the well and get something out of the well, I guess. I wonder if that's going to be René down in the well.
Fuyez ce village dès que vous en aurez la chance. Moi, il me reste une dernière chose à faire.
Flee this village as soon as you have the chance. I have one last thing left to do. Damn. Yeah. There's René's grave. Or whatever.
Oh Jésus, j'attends votre dernier soupir. Recevez le mien dans la certitude, si j'avais l'esprit libre.
Okay. Well, that sucks. He said we have a chance to escape, so we'll see if the game will let me. I'm assuming I use the crank, whatever's in the well will be either some big revelation or it'll be something we need, and then we run across the bridge and try to get out of there. Maybe the carriage will be there. We'll be able to go back to the carriage and went too far, crap. Here. Crank. Wooden horse toy. Looks like it's handmade. Toy is left in the bucket of the well. I'm not actually sure what I'm supposed to do with that. I guess we'll find out in a cutscene or something. I guess that's supposed to be René among all the other dead or something. I don't know. I can't do anything. I can't grab him or anything, so I don't know. I guess I'm just supposed to look. Maybe you are the Whisperer? No. No, we started hearing him once we got to the village, so that's awesome. Hey, Bishop, you gotta come with me. Come on. Bishop. Can I go anywhere? It's not letting me go anywhere. Oh, crap. Oh, I guess I have to go to the church. It wasn't letting me click elsewhere. Yeah, maybe. I think that thing that was on fire that ran is the Whisperer, I think. Smells like something's burning. I'm not sure what's going on, but it smells a little overcooked. We managed to catch the carriage out. Oh, and we found the doggy too. So we have Bishop and the dog. Awesome. We saved the animals. Even if we couldn't save a single human soul, at least we saved the animals. Everybody dies that eats me. Except for animals. Written and designed by Olivier Leclerc. Indiegogo contributors. Yeah. Yeah, instant family. Yeah. Nice to see Rene Goscinny had a tombstone at church. I mean, it is what it is. If that wouldn't have happened, then there's not much I could do about it. It's just cutscene. But they did. That's cool. So I was able to take the doctor's dog too, because I didn't see him the whole rest of the game. So that's good, nice that he was able to go with me too. All right. Well, cool. Well, there you go. That's the Whispering Valley. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. I liked it. Interesting point and click, and yeah, good. Very good. Couple points where I needed, a couple places where I needed a little bit of help because I wasn't sure. The presbytery I thought would be connected to the church, but I guess it wasn't. So, I mean, that's, obviously that's okay, but I'm just saying. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. So next weekend, first thing will be Song of Horror so that I can have a heart attack again. Second thing will be Black Mirror. And then the third one, since we just finished this, will be continuing Stasis Bone Totem. So if you can make that, that'd be good so that you could see that. If you've not watched it yet, I think it was the weekend. So not, okay, you know how Halloween was like on Tuesday? So not the Saturday right before that, but the weekend before that. So what would that have been? Like the 21st of October, something like that. I believe that's the weekend when I played Stasis Bone Totem on Friday. No, it would have been mid. I don't know now. No. I'm giving you all bad information. 2 weekends ago. Okay, it's 2 weekends ago. So not last weekend, but the weekend before that, I streamed an extra day. I streamed on Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday day and Saturday night. So because I streamed the extra day, that first stream 2 weekends back is continuing Stasis Bone Totem. So if you want to catch up, if you've not watched it yet, watch the part of that I did during the Halloween stream. Okay. Which would have been what? Hang on one sec. One sec. I'll get to you so you can get a timestamp. Okay. So Stasis Bone Totem was about middle of the day. So if you want to watch that, if you've not seen it yet, that'll give you the first part. And then beyond that, then 2 weekends ago, the first stream of that weekend was
continuing. So if you want to catch up anyway, so a week from right now will be the next part of that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Silhouette Faux Fox. Everybody else, anybody else who watched silently, and Cresting Dust also stopped by. So appreciate all you guys for stopping in. And yeah, thanks for the support as always. I will talk to you guys next time. Have a safe week, and I will see you soon. Till then, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy.
Oh, that's so sad.